The swastika is one of the oldest and most widespread of humanity's symbols. It can be found on artifacts thousands of years old from several continents. While it was used by the Norse and other Germanic peoples from the beginnings of those societies, the swastika is far from just a Germanic symbol. It was one of the central symbols of Proto-Indo-European society, the society that gave rise to the Germanic, Celtic, Slavic, Greek, and Roman societies in Europe, as well as Hindu society in India, which accounts for its use by both ancient and modern-day Hindus and Buddhists. Nor was it an exclusively Indo-European symbol, however. It can also be found in the indigenous art of the American Indians, the Sami of the far north of Scandinavia, and plenty of other peoples across the world. For example, why is the effigy of William Eddington in Winchester Cathedral adorned with the swastika symbol? What if we were to tell you guys that the swastika symbol is the ancient symbol for God? Yes, a symbol for God and the spiraling events that gave rise to the Tree of Life and the Son of God. Perhaps a swastika relief from the Badami cave complex in India can shed some light on how it was seen around the planet. In the relief, it shows a wheel of fortune in the center. This wheel is manifesting the swastika 4 times. This relief is thought to date to the 6th century. The Glazerbrook Steel Company of Manchester used it as their logo, dating to 1880s. A coin from Kulinda displays a swastika among Buddhist symbols. It dates to the 2nd century. Notice in the center, the squatter man. This was discovered at Harappa in 2001. In Hinduism, the swastika is associated with Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, and is considered an embodiment of prosperity and good fortune. The symbol signifies well-being and encapsulates the divine vibrations of Aum. In Hindu philosophy, Aum is considered the cosmic sound, representing the ultimate reality, consciousness, and existence. The swastika, with its distinct arms and angles, visually embodies the vibrational patterns of Aum, once visible as a gigantic display in Earth's sky. Because of this, the swastika became a divine stamp that suggests that everything is connected to God. St. George slaying the dragon, here he is shown adorned with the God symbol. Empowered by God to slay the dragon of the plasmatic display, the poster is over 200 years old. On the floor of a Diocese of New Jersey building, swastikas greet visitors. Installed in the 1920s, it was once a symbol of peace and prosperity to a British architect. 14 swastika tiles were set into the floor of what once was a pool house, but is now a building used for meetings. The swastika is an auspicious symbol in China, where it was introduced from India with Buddhism. In 693, during the Tang dynasty, it was declared as the source of all good fortune. On a silk discovered in 1970 at Changsha, what you are looking at just now is an illustration of sky events recorded 2,600 years ago by a Chinese astronomer. 29 illustrations were represented. The 29th comet is called Di Xing, the long-tailed pheasant star. As a comet form, the swastika looks like a spinning comet from which jets are erupting. Is this a clue in the true source of the swastika? You have to wonder. Silver Wuju swastika, above below, dates to 1113 BC to the ancient Han dynasty. This was found in the ruins of Troy, and this is from Japan. In Japan, the swastika is called the manji. It is an ancient symbol of good luck and well-being. Swastika at Palais de la Porte Dorée, Paris. The word is derived from the Sanskrit svastika, meaning conducive to well-being. It was a favorite symbol on ancient Mesopotamian coinage. In Scandinavia, the left-hand swastika was the sign for the god Thor's hammer. Shown here, a swastika on the 9th century Snodelev runestone. The symbol, as you guys can see, is the most prevalent symbol to the historical observances of our people. They saw this in the sky and immortalized it as such. Everyday items had the god symbol on them. A comb with a found in Nydam Mose in Denmark dating to the 3rd century. An urn found at North Elmham, Norfolk, now in the British Museum. A Balinese Hindu shrine. Paired character 1 on a dragon robe, Qing dynasty. Khachkar with swastikas and hexafoils in Sanahin, Armenia. Swastika on the medieval tower Archi in Kimoy, Chechnya. Swastika on the Lilvard belt, Latvia. Swastika on a Greek silver stater coin from Corinth, 6th century BC. Roman mosaic of La Olmeda, Spain. Mosaic swastika in an excavated Byzantine church in Shavet Zion, Israel. Swastika stone on Ilkley Moor. Ashanti Waite in Africa. Carved fretwork forming a swastika on the Bieti Mariam in Ethiopia. Carlsberg's Elephant Tower. Chief William Neptune of the Passamaquoddy, wearing a headdress and outfit adorned with swastikas. Kilako Indian Agricultural School basketball team in 1909. Fernie Swastika's hockey team in 1922. Look at the central figure of Shamash here. His arms look swastika-esque. This is Saturn's atmosphere being ramped up, the winged disk, manifesting a sacred pillar. This pillar becomes the plasmatic tree of life, which becomes the full-fledged Taurus field squatter man. Ahura Mazda 2 represents this. To some, this is a man flying around in a spaceship. But the reality is our godlike perceptions. One of the epithets of Dionysus is he of the tree. This is because the plasmatic squatter man emerges from the plasmatic tree of life that was once in the sky under the divine council, the assembly of the gods, the tree of life developed from the sacred pillar. The axis mundi, the navel of the earth. The cosmic mountain is another phase. Mount Zaphon, the joy of the whole earth. All of these are phases of the evolution of the emanations that occurred between two planets that got too close, Earth and another. But because the planets were all lined up, it must have seemed, for some, depending on their location, that the emanations were coming generally from the assembly rather than one planet. But this is why in Egypt specifically we see the holy figure with arms raised and a globe above the head. But what do you guys think about this anyway?